Taylor Swift fans are going wild in the cinemas and the internet is furious at them. But should they be? Are they in fact innocent? And how the hell did we get here? Well, I'm Benedict Townsend and this is Scroll Deep, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to. I'm going to fill you in. So last week, Taylor Swift, might have heard of her, released a concert movie of her much hyped Eras tour. Eras, of course, standing for Evermore, Reputation, and some others. And the internet was alight this week with videos of Taylor Swift fans, known as Swifties or Selenators, going wild in the paint, yelling, screaming, dancing around in a circle like they're in Midsummer. And I'll say it, I don't want to swear, but being uncouth. And people are big mad, people are calling them out, calling them disrespectful, but are they correct to hate on them? Well, to understand this from a scientific perspective, you need to understand that we're in a bit of an epidemic right now of people not knowing how to behave in public. It's been happening since 2020. Wonder what could have happened then to make people insane? Back when we were still changing for the worse. And we've been seeing more and more instances of people, especially young people, who just seem completely incapable of going to a live event and being normal. Just recently, the band Death Grips walked off stage mid-show because they were so sick of people being obnoxious. Jesus Christ. People don't know how to do pre-recorded shows either. Because they were so sick of people being obnoxious, throwing stuff, yelling, just being the worst. Look, it's a concert. You're allowed to be a little wild. You're allowed to have a pit, you know. I finna be in the pit, especially at Taylor Swift. But they're taking it too far. You know, we've seen this with other stars. Ava Max. BB Rexa was hospitalized after a fan threw a phone at her head. Why are you throwing a phone at BB Rexa's head? How do you say BB Rexa? Is that right? Bebe Rexa. Also, you've lost your phone, you idiot. How are you going to phone people? Even Harry Styles, the dark Duke of Pop, has had to deal with this nonsense. He's had so much stuff thrown at him. I've seen so many TikToks of people just throwing stuff at Harry Styles' crotch. He doesn't like that. He had to tell people to stop throwing Skittles at him because people threw so many Skittles at him that it went in his eye, and then he was performing like this. No good. Like, not only is it rude and ungrateful, it's dangerous. You could really... Which of the many fans in the room threw this? Thank God I have lightning reflexes. Someone even threw a chicken nugget at Harry Styles and was like, eat it! And he's vegan, he was like, I'm actually vegan, I can't. What's Harry's? Get you another nugget. Harry Styles. What's Harry Styles sound like? Oh no, I'm just doing the Beatles. It's me, Harry Styles. I'm Harry Styles. I live on Penny Lane. Anyway, it's not like Taylor Swift fans are above this. We've seen some pretty wacky behavior from these directioners as well, like when people swarmed Jack Antonoff's wedding to, I guess, see Taylor maybe from a distance for a second. There were people like a mile away from that wedding that were like, maybe I'll see her hair as a speck. Why is that fun? But that brings us back to this concert film, all right? Is it okay? Should they be dancing around? Should they be screaming? Should they be arrested and sent to ADX Florence, an Ultramax prison in Colorado? I would say no. I think they're fine. I'm going to say it. It's a concert film. It's not a documentary. It's not a regular movie. You're not going to miss the plot. You're not going to be there like, wait, so is Branch a member of the other trolls? But he's not a singing troll. I feel like I'm missing on all this plot because everyone's singing along. No, it's a concert movie. She's just going to be singing. You're not going to be like, wait, what slipped away like a moment in time? Which month? I couldn't hear because of the singing. Look what you made me, huh? You know, it's a concert movie. And Taylor. Ooh, sorry.
Who was that?
That was Harry. He's coming through. He's speaking through me. That's me, Harry Styles. And Taylor and the cinemas themselves have been talking about this film in that way. They've been talking about it like an event where you go and you scream and you have a good time. It's basically for people who couldn't get tickets to the Eras tour. Now, do I feel bad for the people who work in the cinemas and who have to clean up after the Swifters? Yes, I do. You know, there's a proper etiquette which you need to follow in the cinema, which is when you're done with your food or your popcorn, you don't just leave it on the floor for someone else to clean up. You take it and you tip it out onto your seat. That's your seat that you paid for, so you should leave your mess on that seat, right? You're done with your Coke, you tip it all over the seat. You're done with your nachos or whatever, and you leave your mess in your place. And that way, when the cinema servants come along to clean it up, they'll know, oh, this person was neat about their crap. I'm gonna be assassinated by someone who works at Cineworld now. Let the kids enjoy themselves. Obviously, I'm a grown man, and, you know, it's not any of my business. But I let the kids have their music. Is that okay?
You ruined the collector's value. What?
I have a slight soft spot because I am actually genuinely a huge Taylor Swift fan. I love all her albums. Prism, Teenage Dream, Smile, Swish Swish Bish. Another one in the basket, you know what I mean? All in all, I think this is basically fun. I do feel sorry for the people who have to clean up after them. Like, don't do that. Don't throw popcorn everywhere. All these fans, instead of thinking about everyone else, they're just thinking about me. You're the only one of you, but you're not the only one in the room. Maybe that's the fun of cinema. Yeah, we saw this a little bit actually with the Gentle Minions craze when the lads were dressing up in suits to watch the Minions and everyone was like, are they criminals? And it's like, no, they're just having fun. They did a bit of throwing the popcorn around though, and that wasn't okay. Look, these days you can just watch a movie at home on streaming. If you want to have a quiet personal experience, you can kind of do that at home. The cinema is the place you go when you want to have Coke thrown on you and you want to be screamed at by strangers. And it's always been that way. But what do you think? That's what matters most of all here on Scroll. Well, what matters most of all is what I think. Second of all, what do you think? Do you think these Swifties are perfectly within their rights to shake it off? Do you think these Swifties should be ashamed? Do you think they should look at themselves and say, I'm the problem, it's me? Or do you think they should be saying to themselves, Carolina, and going, how is that relevant? Getting mad at kids having fun? That's so old school. What is this, 1989, Taylor's version? No Scooter Braun credit involved? Let us know in the comments down below, and also if you have any ideas for future episodes of Scroll Deep, you can leave them in the comments as well. And as always, I'll leave you with the tagline we end every episode with here on Scroll Deep, which is it cool that I scrolled all that? Is it deep that you're in my head? Because I know that it's Scroll Deep, and I love it. Took the scroll in the deep and you got the keys. That was the last time you ever saw me. I don't know, anyway. Maybe you can piece something together from all of that. Sorry.